Okay, let's see him go crazy. Oh, did they reanimate that with Rico falling there? That seemed a little more violent than I remember. Her laying there in the pool of blood as well.
Gojo.
Yeah, a bit of a recap here is going to cut right to the OP, isn't it? Or not? The little gun popping over top. That was funny. So how does Gojo get out of this? And how strong was his Dragon One? Was that one of his strongest he just unleashed there that has been defeated already? Also, be sure to check out the Patreon page. We can get next week's episode right now, and there's full-length versions of these reactions. There's also going to be some exclusive Ghibli reactions. At the moment, there's only Grave for the Fireflies, but there'll be a few more soon. I don't know who it is who does this song. It does feel familiar, like similar to the first OP of season 1. I wonder if it is the same artist. I don't know, just musically it feels in a similar vein. Yeah, he can just slip right through. They both got guns now. It's just going to be a shootout. Yeah. How does he hide it? Oh, and then he just like physically blocks that energy with his body. I don't like this. Constantly not seeing each other, aren't they? Walking through these barriers. Oh, it's actually making him stronger, as you're saying. Yeah, don't let him monologue. Can he track their sense? He's got enhanced senses. Oh, sending him. Okay. Yeah, we saw him pull up that sword. Get someone with more visibility. Oh, wow. Okay, all of the lasers. Being really destructive as well with everything. Yeah, they're not actually lasers, they are physical. They're like squid or something. And he just went right through it, yeah. Riff-raff. Because you're only as strong as your curses. Stop time? Okay, this is the other one he released. Oh, okay, a simple domain. Oh yeah, the one that negates the energy, of course. Oh, yeah, take his curse, of course. It feels too easy. There's something there, yeah. Why couldn't he do it? He's just a monster annihilating everyone, isn't he? Oh, they might all become released, yeah. That's a good point. Well, that's what he thinks might happen. Oh? Okay. He does know he exists. Wow. So his little curse can absorb anything, not just he can store anything. not just cursed objects.
もし天元が暴走すれば立ち行かなくなるのは人間社会かもしれない。
Yeah, they need sorcerers to protect them from Tengen-sama.
星と共に落ちるのならばやむなし。
Oh, okay. They believe it's their destiny to go with him then if that happens. There's a bit of a different art style on his little guy there. It has much thicker outlines than him, the way they've stylized it.
メイド救出失敗の緊張より成功の緩みの方が削りとしてでかいと判断した。
I'm surprised they've just cut away from Gojo and Geto then. We're just going to spend some time with them recovering. How long has it been? He's still covered in blood.
マジか。
おーマジ元気ピンピンだよ。
Yeah, survived it all. Okay, it was reverse curse energy.
言うはやすし、俺も今までできたことねえよ。まるで唯一できるやつは何ってペラペラと。
Euphoric, yeah.
だが死に際で掴んだ重力の確信。
He's unlocked it basically. He understands the positive and the negative.
はい。勝負はこれからだろう。
Pulling out that same sword again. But it doesn't matter if that sword can't hit him. So fast. Destroy all this, how's he gonna get paid as well? Yeah, euphoric, he's just basking in it all.
反転術式によって生まれた生のエネルギーをてめえに刻まれた無加減の
Yeah, yeah. The red and blue are positive and negative, and then he does the purple, which is the combination of them. Yeah, something's wrong. So has Gojo come straight here? Does Geto know he's alive? He's just effortless though. Gojo's not even trying here.
ごめん、あまない。俺は今、お前に持ってない。
He didn't make this realization quick enough either. Oh, a bird. Freedom.
この世界がここ。
He's unbound now. With like the almost classical music over top.
天上天下、唯我独尊。
He knows that he's the strongest.
順転と反転。それぞれの無限を衝突させることで生成される仮想の質量を押し出す。
Yeah, purple. This destroys everything.
ただ働きなんてごめんだね。いつもの俺ならそう言ってとんずらこいた。だが、
So he wanted to fight him?
呪術界、その頂点を自分を肯定するためにいつもの
Oh, he's got a hole right through him. Yeah, wow.
その時点で負けていた。
Is he dead then? Oh, would they would... God, death is such a... In this franchise, it's like...
自分も他人も
He's thinking of Megumi, but I would have thought they would have met at least. We'd see them interact on screen.
最後に言い残すことはあるか。
ねえよ。
Will he say something? And that's what leads Gojo to go and bring Megumi in?
2、3年もしたら俺のガキが全員家に売られる。
Okay, there we go.
好きにしろ。
Is it out of guilt for killing his dad that Gojo takes him in, or... Oh! That survived. Geto might absorb it. That means he knows Gojo is alive then? clapping. A what? He's retrieved the body.
サトルだよな。何があった？
He's glistening, yeah.
こいつら殺すか？今の俺なら多分何も感じない。
Yeah, we still need to see their fallout.
意味ね。それ本当に必要か？
Red and blue, opposites.
大事なことだ。特に術師にはな。
Okay, so there we have episode 4, season 2, Jujutsu Kaisen. I thought this episode might be the end of the kind of flashback arc, the hidden inventory arc we've got here, just because the website I'm using, it has the names listed out, and this is hidden inventory part 4, and then the next episode isn't called hidden inventory. So I thought this might be the end of the flashbacks, but I'm assuming not, because we still need to see kind of the fallout between Gojo and Geto, which we're getting a bit teased here. I'm guessing it's actually just called the hidden inventory arc because of Toji, and now that Toji isn't around, it's the end of that arc. And I am interested in their fallout. Obviously, we know they have this big fallout and become enemies. They were friends, become enemies. But it feels like Geto is flipped, because it's Gojo who doesn't care about the lives of non-sorcerers here, and Geto that does. But isn't that an inversion of what it is later? So what happens for that to be the case, for it to flip, you know? And with their fight, I wonder if it will be purely just words, or if it will get physical as well. Will we actually see a proper full-on fight with them? Will they be fighting to the death? Could there be a opportunity for one to kill another and they don't, because they still had that friendship so close by, so recent and relevant? Obviously now we've seen as well much more of the healing capabilities in this show. With Gojo was on like death's door there, really. You see the injuries that he got, but with reversed cursed energy, he can heal them up. So that does give more credence to how Geto could have survived what happened in Jujutsu Kaisen 0 in the movie. Things are much more survivable in this show. That's if you have the reverse cursed energy, or if you're near someone who does. Gojo just kind of got lucky that it clicked for him in that moment. He realized kind of life and death situation. He figured it out so he could force himself to survive. And now that he has figured it out, it feels like the floodgates have opened. It's like he has been freed. He was literally kind of floating there, euphoric, high on this energy that he has finally figured it out. And now, we saw in episode 2, one of his techniques failed. I can't remember if it was blue or red. So maybe he was struggling to develop them, but now, because he has kind of become enlightened in a way, he has fully been able to unleash his full power. We see him use purple here. I don't know if this is like the first time he's used purple, but we see it used again. It's just like, it's just this like moving ball that completely destroys anything in its way and just tears a hole right through Toji. Now, because Toji doesn't have any cursed energy, maybe he wouldn't survive this. I haven't seen any hints to him surviving in like season 1. Obviously, that's not something I'm looking out for either. So we haven't seen him outside of here. The thing is, I don't know if I could see him fully being dead here without having some sort of interaction with Megumi. Unless the kind of interaction with Megumi is just Gojo making the revelation, telling Megumi that I was the one to kill your father kind of thing. But I do wonder how that would go down, because Megumi probably never really knew him anyway, so wouldn't care as much, and maybe would say, well, if he was a bad person, then you were kind of right to do that. I don't hold that against you. maybe. I was just, from the introduction that he is Megumi's father, you just kind of assume that would come up and that would play a big part later on. They wouldn't mention that if it wasn't important, would they? So it must be the case that later on that will become an important plot point, at least somehow, whether that's with Toji somehow surviving and coming back and revealing and talking to Megumi, or if that's with some sort of reveal that Gojo reveals he was the one who killed Megumi's father in that way. And again, animation in this show, just great. Mappa doing a great job as always. What kind of stood out to me this episode was the lighting. We had the whole thing with Gojo's like awakening there with the lovely kind of yellow sunlight god beams coming in. But then we also had kind of Ghetto's like laser beam things he was doing with all of them flying around, and Toji basically like weaving and flying between them. That's always super cool in animation. When characters are like flying around and there's like loads of lasers flying around with them, that's always really cool. It reminds me of Mob Psycho season 3 in a way with Dimple. There's a few kind of specific examples of like power traits and character traits and moments that always lead to good animation, like when a character is like really big and giant and has like tentacle powers, and you just know one of the main characters is gonna like run across that big tentacle kind of thing. That's always really cool. And then again, as I just said with the lasers, there's probably a few more examples that I can't think of, but there's always like a few of those tropes that are really good, that always lend themselves to some like really good Sakuga and stuff. And I guess now there is just this kind of ticking time bomb of Tengen to I don't know if how much that will play a role in some of the later parts of the series, how easy it would be to find another vessel if they would just find another candidate and move on, or if Rico really was kind of like a last ditch effort and Tengen being released will be this kind of big unstoppable monster, maybe foreshadowing like a release of him and him losing control. We already have, some big bads. This is maybe another one to add to the roster that maybe acts more like a force of nature villain rather than someone like Sukuna, who does have some free will. It seems like when Tengen-sama loses himself, he will become just kind of a wrecking ball kind of type of villain where, yeah, as I said, it's more like a force of nature than it is something you can reason with. So although we have quite a good roster of villains, this may be a new type of villain coming in, one that is a bit more irrational perhaps. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a comment, subscribe, leave your thoughts of course, and be sure to tune in for all the future episodes. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.